Howdy guys, what's going on? It's Liam here, Sir Twisted Reviews. So first and foremost, I just want to apologise for the lack of uploads recently. I have been absolutely swamped with work and unfortunately it's left me little time to produce any videos. However, saying that, I have managed to get some recorded over the last few days, so hopefully they will be out in the coming weeks. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at these Headliner XL figures. We have Ghostface here on the left and Jason Voorhees here on the right. Now technically every single one of my videos is somewhat of an experiment. So in today's video I'm going to be using the flash on my phone as the main source of light. Basically because the lighting in my room is absolutely atrocious and the external lighting I was using only really hits one side of the item. So I thought maybe using the flashlight on my phone, obviously being directly above the item, would produce a little better light source, and hopefully that is the case in the end. I do apologise for all this kind of like little bits of fluff floating around. That's kind of just the atmosphere in this room. But if you do perhaps like this setup with this lighting, I will obviously try and make it better eventually, but if this is okay enough for now, please let me know in the comments below. And just before we begin this video as well guys, go check out the Instagram right here at Sir Twisted. Stay up to date with the latest and greatest from this channel, of course. I do apologise for background noises. It's like a habit of mine now, apologising in every video for every little thing. And if you haven't already, hit the little bell icon. It should be beside subscribed. It just means whatever you happen to be watching my videos on, whether it be your tablet, your phone, or any other device such as that, you will be notified as soon as I publish a new one. But that's already 2 minutes now, so let's get straight into this video. So just taking a look at Mr. Ghostface first and foremost, you could see that the sculpt of this figure seems to be highly detailed even for a very generic sort of monotone figure as Ghostface is. You know, he just wears that of a black robe and has a black and white mask. Like a lot of other figures resembling Mr. Ghostface himself, you can see the detail is evidently there. The mask does resemble the killer's mask from the movie, of course. That iconic long stretched mouth and the peanut shaped eyes. The robe itself is actually very detailed as well. Without this lighting you wouldn't be able to see the detail in depth as you can now, but thankfully with that extra light source you can. Now I believe I got both of these figures for roughly £20. It wasn't too dear yet it wasn't too cheap. Now I suppose with the rarity of these figures that is kind of a steal, I would say. I mean, it does look absolutely amazing if you ask me. The little base, as you can see here, the Scream imprinted logo, and I believe this just says right here as seen in the motion picture, presumably as seen in the motion picture Scream. On the back here it has China 1999 Funworld Div EU, just some copyright trademark information. Overall the figure does look incredibly nice. Unfortunately I didn't get the box nor the accessories, otherwise I would have shown you them. So I do apologise for that sincerely. However, hopefully this is still good enough. But just to give you a little bit of backstory on these figures, I believe they were distributed in the Spencer's stores in America. They were a limited quantity, I believe, as they were only distributed to them stores. However, I do believe they made several variants, like the Scream, you got Jason. I believe they also made Leatherface and Freddy Krueger, and they made some items out of the Rocky Horror Picture Show and some other movies, I believe. And moving on to Jason Voorhees here, you can see the sculpt on this seems to be far more detailed, far more in depth. I believe this is the Jason Voorhees out of Jason Goes to Hell. The detail went into this is absolutely phenomenal. The paint job seems incredible as well. The hockey mask looks incredibly damaged and worn. The eye here, compared to the rest of the head, looks way out of kind of out of balance in a way, considering it just looks absolutely plain and the rest of the face is more or less hanging off. Maybe they should have added a little bit of bloodshot to the eye or a little bit of blood around the eye or something like that. It just looks like, you know, where Roy Burns was in the Friday the 13th movie and he had the hockey mask on, kind of like that. Anyways, he's supporting somewhat of a blue t-shirt and I'm not sure if they're meant to be green trousers. Rips and tears all over his suit and he's also featuring some nice little black gloves. His base plate is, of course, the Jason Voorhees. I don't believe it's the font from the Friday the 13th text, however, it does look somewhat like the Jason Voorhees text from maybe Freddy vs. Jason. Taking a look underneath the plate, we have China, more copyright trademark information here, and I'm not entirely sure what these numbers mean at the bottom, but they must be some sort of item code. All in all, guys, the item here definitely portrays the individual from the movies very well. Jason especially, and of course Ghostface, looking exactly like their characters. If you do happen to find one of these boxed or not boxed, I would highly recommend picking these up. As I mentioned previously, they are somewhat rare, I suppose. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Just a quick little look at these nice little figures. And before we wrap up this video, guys, I just want to show you my creeper. Well, semi-broken creeper. His axe seems to have disappeared here. But of course, this is the main antagonist enemy in the movie Jeepers Creepers. He has an incredibly nice base plate, as you can see here. The detailing on this thing is absolutely incredible, highly weathered, sculpted really, really well. Of course, his overcoat there, his jacket if you want to call it, and his face there with the menacing blue eyes. Although it does support his menacing hat here he wears in both the movies, I believe. However, the third one we shall not speak of, as I'm not particularly a fan of that, and I feel like they could have done a lot better. But I just wanted to give you a quick little peek at this Jeepers Creepers bobblehead here. Here's the Headliners XL figure, and you can see they are a little bit smaller than the bobblehead itself, and I would say this is somewhat of a normal sized bobblehead, and these are just somewhat small. And here we go, a size comparison right now. The Headliner XL on the left hand side, and of course the Ghostface NECA cloth figure on the right hand side. So they are fairly small, but they do weigh quite a bit as well. And that is it, guys. That concludes this video. If you enjoyed, then please do hit that like button. If you want to see more content, please do subscribe. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below. But that's all from me, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.